You might think you know Wonder Woman, but here are 13 facts you might not know about everyone's favorite Amazonian princess. Wonder Woman first appeared in 1941's All-Star Comics number 8 in a story by William Moulton Marston and artist H.G. Peter. Marston was a fairly well-known psychologist and professor, perhaps most famous for inventing the lie detector test, who used the comic as an avenue to express his fairly radical sexual politics. Wonder Woman's true identity is Diana, Princess of the Amazons of Paradise Island. Her mother Hippolyta formed her out of clay, and she was imbued with great powers by the Greek gods. When a U.S. Army captain named Steve Trevor crash lands on Paradise Island, Diana wins a competition for the right to take him back home and be the Amazon's ambassador to man's world. Throughout the period of comics history known as the Golden Age, Wonder Woman, disguised as Army nurse Diana Prince, fought Nazis and supervillains together with Steve Trevor and her sidekick, Etta Candy, alongside her sorority marching band, the Holiday Girls. She also had many adventures on Paradise Island, involving Amazon technologies such as the mental radio and healing purple ray, as well as giant kangaroos that could jump into space. Shortly after her first appearance, Wonder Woman joined comics' first super team, the Justice Society of America. Despite being hands down the most popular member of the team, Wonder Woman was often left behind on the team's adventures and mostly played the role of team secretary. Suffice it to say, William Marston, who was a strong believer in the equality and even superiority of women, did not write these stories. After Marston's death, the Wonder Woman comics were taken over by writer Robert Kanigher. Many of his stories focused on Wonder Woman's adventures as a teen and later a young girl. This feature culminated in what were called Impossible Tales, where Wonder Woman, Wonder Girl, Wonder Tot, and Hippolyta had fictional adventures together thanks to Hippolyta splicing together film from archival footage. When writer Bob Haney was putting together a team of teen sidekicks that would be known as the Teen Titans, he saw a bunch of covers with Wonder Woman hanging out with a teenage Wonder Girl, not knowing that Wonder Girl was just a teenage Wonder Woman teaming up with herself via movie magic. Nevertheless, Wonder Girl was added to the Titans and was given the name Donna Troy, who has maybe the most complicated history in comics, so we're moving on. In the late 1960s, in an attempt to update the character of Wonder Woman, Diana lost her powers and was separated from the Amazons. She ditched her red, white, and blue costume in favor of contemporary mod fashions and was instructed in martial arts by a mentor named I Ching. During this time, her adventures were heavily inspired by James Bond and The Avengers, the TV show, not the rival comic book. By the early 1970s, however, DC Comics was receiving pressure from Ms. Magazine, who had featured the classic Wonder Woman on the cover of their first issue, to return Diana to her original costume and fully superpowered form. DC agreed, and soon she regained her powers and iconic look and rejoined the Justice League. In the mid-1980s, when DC rebooted their continuity, Wonder Woman received a modified origin, notably removing the World War II elements that were so prominent in the original stories. Writer-artist George Perez also gave her a significant power boost, officially giving her the ability to fly after she spent much of the 60s and 70s, quote, riding on wind drafts. Wonder Woman experienced even greater changes when DC rebooted its continuity again in 2011. The current canonical origin for Wonder Woman has her no longer as a clay statue given life, but instead she is now the daughter of Zeus, and after a struggle with many of her newfound brothers and sisters, she is the current goddess of war, taking over for her half-brother Ares. While Steve Trevor is Wonder Woman's traditional love interest, Diana has also had relationships with, or at least shown romantic interest in, a merman named Rano, a birdman named Wingo, this one monster, UN staffer Trevor Barnes, whoever this guy is, and super spy Nemesis. In current canon, she is in a relationship with fellow Justice Leaguer, Superman. Although the best known Wonder Woman is Diana, there have been times when other women have worn the tiara and bracelets due to Diana being fake dead or temporarily unworthy of the title or some other plot contrivance. These replacements have included fellow Amazons Urana and Artemis, Diana's mother Hippolyta, and her sometime sister, Donna Troy. While most fans are familiar with the 1975 Wonder Woman TV series starring Lynda Carter, other attempts to bring Diana to the small screen include a campy Batman-inspired 1967 series called Who's Afraid of Diana Prince, a 1974 TV movie starring Kathy Lee Crosby, and an unaired 2011 TV pilot starring Adrian Pilecki. That's it for this episode of You Think You Know Comics. Be sure to subscribe for more great comic facts, like Comics Alliance on Facebook, follow Comics Alliance on Twitter, and get the latest comics news on comicsalliance.com.